Hello, this is Charlie. I do it all this way because it saves a lot of time, and all these psychics and people who's learning to be psychic who send me emails, like I do it for them as well as putting this on YouTube for other people as well. Anyway, to be psychic, you need something to bring out the vibrations, like tarot cards, angel cards, photographs, holding jewellery, or even tea leaves. You need something to bring that out. Not a lot of people need anything like that. There's some people that don't need anything. Like me, I don't need anything. I just say as it is, because a gift is basically natural, as far as I'm concerned, because spirits do work through your natural. I'll give you an example, for instance. You all would have had this. Like, it's like when you're talking to someone and you chatted away, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden you go, "Oh, I forgot what I was going to say then," and you completely forgot what you were going to say. Well, what that is, it's spiritually just work through you. It's not a slip of the mind or nothing. You know what I mean? But what's happened there is they've talked away and blah blah blah, and they stop communicating through you. And your mind triggers in, you don't remember because you wouldn't, because you never said it. If you ever have that in the future, it's spirits trying to put a point over, but that's how natural they can actually work through you. And if you let that information come out and you're not frightened to say it, what makes a good psychic is somebody that's straightforward like me. I'm very straightforward, down to earth, and I'm not frightened to say as it is. It's simple as that. There's certain things you say in readings and there's certain things you don't. And any psychic can stop anything to coming through, because I always have. Somebody that's negative, which is the opposite to me, and they question things and a lot of things in life, and they don't go with the flow with life, and they're a bit serious, that sort of person won't make a very good psychic. You'll get information, but if you question what you get, it causes problems. You should just let it flow out and off you go, and don't even sit there and think about it. That's what I do, and that's the way it works. Sally Morgan is exactly the same, because Sally's like me. She says it as it is. And that's a type of positive person like that that's not frightened to say as it is. It works better. I've had a few people writing to me about even photographs and people testing people out to see if they're psychic. Well, they all do it anyway. I've had it all my life, you know what I'm saying? There's one individual that said somebody tested her out and she was doing all right with photographs and everything was working all right, and she was made up. But somebody tested with a photograph that wasn't, and she got all the information wrong, and they called her a fraud and everything. But what you go by, right, is you need facts and you need feedback. And the good reasons you should get people, like I'm on Facebook, and all the comments all over Facebook to do with me, I've got hundreds of them. And you keep them comments to prove to other people that you're a genuine psychic. And it works. It does. It's logic, isn't it? But, you should always get the opinion of other people and tell them to put comments somewhere. When somebody knocks you and they say, you're a load of crap, that doesn't fit with me. I mean, I've had so many psychics saying it to me. It does knock you back a peg or two, and it does get you thinking. But, you get every psychic has a problem like that. Even Sally Morgan's had hassle off people. It's the way it is. There's genuine, open-minded people there, but there's also people that's ignorant. And there's a lot of them, and I've had a loads on YouTube. But anyway, all I can say is you've got to be positive about it and take the good with the bad. It's simple as that. But always keep the comments, I mean, I've got hundreds, they do help. But I'm very well known, but you've got to get up to that stage where people do know you and word of mouth and stuff like that, One girl wrote to me saying there was another psychic who tested her out if she was any good or not. I mean, what I sound so pathetic about that is another psychic should be able to know if that other person is a psychic or not. They should be able to, they shouldn't have to test them out. So that psychic, as far as I'm concerned, can't be very good anyway. When you do reading, as far as I'm concerned, on the internet or on Facebook or whatever, what you've got to look at, right, you've got to give, that girl who's doing photographs, give an example, you've got to give spirits the time to actually get to you who know about that photograph. It's logic, isn't it? Because your family and your guides around you, they're not going to know about it. It's simple as that. What you should do on the internet, which a lot of psychics don't do it, is you should make an appointment with that person to read that photograph at a certain time. And you should send them a text, and it works better, and them spirits will get to you at that time. That's why some psychics get it wrong, because the spirits that know about that photograph or that person is not there. It's simple as that, I used to do the internet all over the world, and I was alright, but I always made sure that the spirits were actually around me were to do with that individual. It's simple as that. And I used to do an appointment, and it works better. Think about it. But I don't do the internet anymore because my head and my house was never my own. It used to do my head, and people who do it over the internet, good luck to them. But I'd rather do it around where I live, and you get a better reading anyway. I have done videos over our psychics worth the money. Psychic who's trying to develop their gift better, but anyone that's learning to be psychic, once you've got the swing of things and you feel a bit of confidence in yourself by, say, using tarot cards on somebody, you should go to a spiritual church and try doing it without tarot cards. And it does work. I used to do a circle and learn people to be psychic. But you've got to learn yourself, believe it or not. A psychic ability really is you've got to learn yourself, and you've got to go with the flow with it and have a positive way of thinking. No one can learn you to be psychic. You've got to do it yourself in a positive way. But even my lad, when I took my lad to the spiritual church, I just told him to sit there and whatever he picks up to tell me. And I went back to him, he told me he picked something up, and I said, who it's for? And he said, yeah. I think it's that woman there. But spirits will guide, and you will get a notion of the spiritual church, and you will know to go to. It's just having the bottle to get up and go and do. My lad wouldn't have got up if I wasn't with him. It's simple as that. But he went over and he did get it right, and it was only a little thing about a horse, but he was made up. Woman had a riding school, a little thing like that. But that's a good way of developing the gift. Once you do tarot cards and you got positive, you should try it on a spiritual church and go that way and see if you got the confidence to do it without the cards. And it works better that way. I even have people to do with ghost hunts and all that. And a lot of psychics say to me, do you think it's worth going on these ghost hunts, Charlie? Yeah, it is. It's worth going. And you will pick stuff up if spirits are doing a replay at that time. And it is worth going, but if you put it down to facts and evidence, right, ghost hunts, if you don't make a career out of it, is not a way to do it. Because it's not facts, it's not evidence, a ghost hunt. Anyone could go into a house and say, I've got somebody called Jim here. If people don't believe you. No one believed Derek Recordoff, did they, on Most Haunted? And I know Derek anyway. He's a genuine psychic, but he got a bad name for himself. Ghost hunts, really, to me, you should listen to the videos they've done. They're just a bit of fun. It's not evidence. Evidence, you can give readings in evidence better. You really can when you hit someone on the nail and then people are gobsmacked and only them and no one else knows about it. Think about it. Anyone can do a ghost hunt, I have come across people who class themselves as psychics and they weren't even psychics. There's a lot of crap out there to do with ghost hunts. You should listen to the video, but You know, if you want to learn, you can go on ghost hunt and learn it, and just keep the facts to yourself and just look up the history on it and work it that way. I mean, I've done ghost hunts, but they're a load of rubbish if you ask me. Like, it's simple as that, because if them spirits are not doing an action replay at that time of a memory, you won't pick it up. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Anyone want any free readings or to prove there's life after death, free on the Wirral here, like where I live? You know where I am. Just inbox me and send the appointments. And people on YouTube here, if you want evidence about my gift, there's hundreds and thousands of comments on Facebook to do with all this. Bye bye for now, everybody. Bye bye.